Order 5:31. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Alex, do you have any
I do.
changes? Justin, do you have any changes to the agenda?
I do not.
Okay, awesome. Hey, do we have any public comment or is everybody here for something on the agenda? Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's talk about the municipal plan hearing. Alex, are you gonna?
Megan, do we have to call that hearing to order?
Oh, right.
Yes. We called the order.
Okay. So I can, right, so I'm gonna formally call the Hyde Park second municipal plan hearing to order.
Do I have a motion?
I do. You're keeping me in line.
So I'll make a motion to call the hearing to order.
Okay. Well, I did. You second it.
Oh, second, okay. Fine.
Pay attention. Okay, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Hey,
All right.
welcome. Probably better. Yeah, Justin, can you hear us? Okay. Hi, Justin.
Hello. Yep, so far so good.
Okay, great.
So far, so good.
Okay.
Okay.
And just let me know when you want me to start sharing and what pages you want me to share.
Okay, yeah, you can, I was gonna start by just going over the summary of changes real quick. We want to share that document, and then we can also have this whole plan available. As there's questions or comments. So I did. There was a summary of changes that was on the town website. Honestly, not a lot changed other than a couple of page references, just because. When we, month ago warned this hearing, you know, we had cleaned up the formatting and whatnot in the municipal plan. And so this, summary of changes, which you can hand out, like remember, this summary of changes now reflects the October 31st version of the municipal plan, which is on the Town of Hyde Park website on the homepage. And there's a similar summary on the homepage as well. This one's just more up to date, so and Justin has it up there on the screen as well. So this is, yes, the second. Hopefully final public hearing, for the Hyde Park municipal plan. You know, we've been working, worked for about a year with both the village and the town planning commission. To, you know, update the municipal plan.
Hey, I can't hear. Looks like you guys are muted now for some reason. Yeah, the meeting room says it's muted.
Mute though, he's a host.
Here we go.
Okay, you can hear.
Hey, thank you. So I heard you say that we've been working on this for the past year or so, and then nothing since then.
And then it went away? Yeah.
Yep.
Weird, that's weird.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, after I mentioned that, Justin, I was just talking about how the village trustees adopted the Hyde Park Municipal Plan at their October public hearing. And then, so really no substantial changes have been made, since that hearing. We just did some formatting, cleaning up of the document. And the summary changes that we have in front of us tonight reflects the October 31st version that is posted on the Hyde Park town website.
You also explained that we need to have two meetings, two hearings on one.
Yes, and I also was explaining that, the village only had to hold one public hearing. Because their population is under 2,500 versus the select board holds two. The town population is above 2,500. So we're here now having our second public hearing on the municipal plan. And so you can see Justin has the summary changes document up. So go over a brief summary real quick, and then we'll open up comments, questions folks have on the municipal plan. So this is a pretty brief summary. The introduction, we updated a little bit. We added reference to things like renewable energy standards and the various tiers. Reference to the Home Act 47 and trying to just promote housing projects to support education services in the area. Community profile sections, that's your chapter 1. We called out the housing needs assessment and how county as a whole has an aging population, that we can also learn from as well. And then we mentioned the 2024 Age Strong Vermont plan. And then again, just following right along the summary here, we also added some policies around actually promoting local population growth and promoting growth of new families and whatnot in Hyde Park. Chapter 2 is your public services and community facilities section. We added a section on the Deon Valley Halls and emphasizing that as community resource. We received, this was previous, we received information from your local library director and updated that section so that it's all up to date for library services. There was mention added about the Memorial Health Partners in the area, as well as the Hyde Park Healthy Community Policy. And there's a paragraph on the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail as well. So that was an addition in your chapter 2. And some general policy updates, promoting things like recreation and healthy community, that sort of thing. Let's see, so on page 2 now of the summary changes. So chapter 3 is the health and wellness chapter, which we talked a lot about last time. Again, it's kind of a dedicated chapter, just promoting healthy community design, health and wellness of residents in the town and villages of Hyde Park. And so that section you'll see is there on page 25 to 29. And then and that talks about things like, healthy community design, health equity, and those sorts of topics, which really are kind of emphasized throughout your municipal plan anyways. It's just kind of pulling them into a dedicated chapter. The energy chapter, we did work a lot with the village and Brian, former village manager, just to make sure that one, it complied with Act 174, which is the enhanced energy planning standards, but also to make sure that the local utility information is up to date as well. Transportation chapter, we added things like reference to municipal roads, general permits, and RCT's micro transit services that are available now. The housing chapter, we incorporated housing needs assessment information, so the newest data available on housing characteristics. demographics, that sort of thing. There's a countywide assessment, which is on LCPC's website as well, if you're ever interested in looking at that. And there's also, we added housing target section, which was required by the Home Act 47, and those are just aspirational targets. I always want to emphasize that. It's just like your energy leak targets, they're aspirational. They're meant to just set like a guide, you know, to measure progress.
Okay.
They're not a mandate at all, they're just aspirational.
Okay.
That's the best way to describe them. So that was added in accordance with Act 47. And in the economic development section, we wanted to still emphasize people working from home, commuting data, that sort of thing. We just had to pull it from a different source. The journey to work data, I guess, is just no longer supported by the census, so we just use regular census information. The natural resources and flood resilience chapter, just kind of a combined chapter for your natural and scenic resources as well as flood resiliency. One of the key sections we added was about invasive species and referencing the Knott and Hyde Park efforts. And then we also added some information about farms in the area. Historic resource chapter. Again, we added a section on the Guian Valley Hall, an important historic resource, and updated the historic events list that you have in your plan to just kind of bring it up to date to the present. And land use chapter, really the main focus was just making sure all the descriptions of the zoning districts matched the new updated zoning bylaws for both the town and the village.
Okay.
So that was kind of the big update there, and wasn't a whole lot in plan implementation other than just kind of updating grant references and resources available to, you know, start to implement some of the recommendations from the municipal plan.
Okay.
I'm sorry that was a long overview.
That's
I
okay.
wanted to provide a
Exactly.
refresher.
Yeah.
It's been a little while, but yeah, you know, we're here, if there's any, I don't know, comments, the municipal plan or questions. I will just emphasize that, you know, you have the opportunity after we close the hearing tonight to adopt the municipal plan. The current one does expire later this month.
Yeah.
And having an active municipal plan is important for grant eligibility. If there are any particular chapters in the future that you want to revisit, that can be done as a plan amendment.
Okay, I was gonna ask, that was actually one of my questions, is that if something drastically changes, we can amend this.
Yes.
Okay,
You can always go back and amend your
Okay.
municipal plan.
Okay.
At a later date. You
Okay.
can still approve the current
Sure.
updated version.
okay.
Megan, is the language about the housing targets being an aspiration captured in the plan itself?
Yeah, I think it does say aspirational in there. And I mean, it's something we can double check for sure. It alludes to that. Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions on the board? Before I open it up? No? Anyone in the public have any comments or questions?
pit.
Oops, sorry.
Our town pits. Is there any information literature about our pit in this? Should it have to be?
Like your gravel pit?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of holds a big permit, that's all. In there, I'm guessing,
It may be mentioned in the transportation
okay,
section.
like the progression plan.
We don't have.
That might be something we're gonna have to add later. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that will be an
There's a
amendment.
big, that's been on our agenda for like the last 2 years or something like that, so.
Yeah, so if it's not in there, it could, you know,
A succession
it
plan.
could be a like transportation chapter, maybe one you revisit as an amendment.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have other
Yeah.
planning processes, you know, plans of the works. You know.
Okay.
But good question, no. Yeah.
Leslie, you stepped away, but does anyone in the public have any comments or questions or?
I'm trying to get that thing out there, but I think it'll.
Oh, well, thank you.
It happened the other night too, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have any.
I'll just add that, so you mentioned the housing targets, so on page 68 of the plan.
Mhm.
The housing targets is there and it gives a breakdown of, you know, if we were to develop so many houses, you know, the lower level versus higher level targets. But, yeah. It says actual aspiration here. Oh, you sit down, there it is.
That's the aspiration.
There we go.
Good word, good word.
Thanks, Valerie.
Oh,
The planning commission is in agreement with everything in it as a whole.
Well,
I mean, we went through it.
we went through it a million
Over
times.
here.
I think I can read it to you without even looking at it, but there were some discussions, but I think that in the end, almost everybody's happy. How do you make everybody happy, really?
well, that's very true. Yep. We do our best, for
Normally I
sure.
only care if I'm happy anyway, so.
If Matt's happy, then everybody's happy.
Both talk about it.
Yeah.
If Matt's happy, then the rest of us are
That's right.
miserable, so that's all that matters, right?
Question for
Sure.
me. Maybe more for the planning commission, but. I kind of thought this was gonna be a joint meeting. That was my mistake. I didn't really understand that. You know, at the very beginning of the thing on page 2, the community planning process, there's this weird strident paragraph. Okay, maybe it's not strident, but about the village and its independence and everything. Was that a subject of any discussion? It just seems like it's a weird introductory thing to be laying out there.
Pretty much every bit of that was discussed.
I was
don't think
just-
that paragraph was ever discussed.
Yeah.
I know in general, we had conversations about the distinctness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Distinctness of the two.
I mean, this is a long document. I didn't go through all 100. Is our document longer than others or shorter or on average? This was 116 pages, pretty much part of the course. Anyway, I don't know if that permeates the whole document, does it? You know, that sort of.
Yes, they did want distinction.
Yeah. So it was a really harmonious joint planning process then.
No, it wasn't in the beginning, just
No.
towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It became that way, yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, anyway, so this isn't a meeting where it's too late for changes. I think that paragraph is an odd paragraph and I think it just.
What's odd about it?
Just reads particularly aggressive about how, you know,
Segregation,
pardon me,
segregation.
About the segregation, yeah.
in the first.
But it's what they
page,
want.
It is, yeah,
It's what they wanted.
it is, yeah.
That's what the village wanted.
Yeah.
They
Well,
wanted to
in the
be.
context of current events, it doesn't read very well, I would say that, but anyway.
Well, yeah, it was done prior to that, yeah.
It's come a long ways.
Yeah. That might have been when my cheeks got red,
The relationships have come a long ways.
when my cheeks got red.
It's sad, I mean,
But-
it doesn't, it's a document that's new and it's gonna be around for years.
I'm kind of hoping that's gonna change.
Sorry?
I'm kind of hoping that's gonna change. I
Yes.
think it's quite archaic to have separate town and village. I mean, it's just not done.
And the molding
And the
together,
cost, and the
we're
cost.
having good communications with the village now,
But
so,
That may just go away the next time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mary, it sounds like there's an opportunity to amend this plan.
correct.
Yeah, it's
So-
fine, it's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Just, I was struck by.
Good
that.
feedback, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we will, if everyone's good, we'll adjourn from this hearing at 5:49.
The motion?
We'll make that motion. Second,
Second.
all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, abstained, okay. So now we should make a motion to adopt the plan if we are all so ready to do so.
Yes, so you formally have
Done our hearing.
done your
and-
hearing,
Okay.
right, closed your hearing.
Okay,
Did you get that, Justin, the hearing? Okay. Formally closed.
At 5:49 PM.
perfect, okay. So, would you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the municipal plan of businesses.
Awesome. Do I have a second?
Have a second?
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained. Awesome. We have a plan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for all your hard work and patience and work on this. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your input, for working with us.
Yes.
Oh, and. Yeah.
Seth is not here.
Okay.
Is he online? Yep.
Hi.
Yep.
Be online?
Okay.
Okay. Good, okay, I was just making sure you guys here.
Hello.
Hi, Seth.
How are you all?
Good. Thank you for joining, even though I promised you the night off.
It's all good.
I really appreciate it.
Why can't you do it? That's exactly what I did.
Oh. So this was something just Lance and Matt, we discussed this at our last meeting. And they wanted an approval, however, I didn't feel comfortable because we didn't have a full board and I really thought it was important enough that you guys should hear. What this was about, because it's very important. So I asked Seth to join to kind of give another rundown. And some feedback. So Seth, if you want to just take it away.
Sure. So last time I was here, it was to review the future land use map from the regional plan. We've worked to base that on the community's map to the greatest degree that statute allows. Another piece of the Planning and Act 250 reform bill that was passed a couple years ago allows communities to opt in to what is called Tier 1B. Tier 1B would mean that some mid-sized applications that currently go through Act 250 would no longer need the Act 250 step. They would still need full approval of your local zoning and subdivision, as well as state technical permits like the state highway access permit, like stormwater, wastewater, drinking water permits. But the full Act 250 review would not be required at the state level. So what that would mean is that applications that involve housing currently trigger Act 250 review at 10 units, and that's 10 units regardless of whether they're new units or rehab of an addition to existing buildings. In a Tier 1B area, that is increased to 50. It's not likely in a community the scale of Hyde Park that you'll get a lot of 50 lot subdivision proposals. But something else that happens in Act 250 is that it is cumulative within 5 years in the same 5 mile radius. So what can end up happening then is people who do smaller and mid-size building projects end up triggering Act 250 once they hit that 5-year 5 mile rule. What statute outlines for communities that want to make a request for Tier 1B status need to have a couple of things. The first is both zoning and subdivision at the local level. There are not any requirements for what is in the zoning and subdivision. They just have to be duly adopted by the select board. That's different from Tier 1A, which has a lot of requirements and standards for what has to be in zoning. Tier 1B does not have those requirements and standards. That's one of the reasons that we're not bringing that to your attention, because Hyde Park and pretty much every other community in the region likely doesn't meet those, because they have things like allowing 4-story buildings and things like that that just don't make sense with the infrastructure and other limitations to development that communities have structurally and also based on the desires as outlined in their plans. So there also needs to be water or wastewater infrastructure. So North Hyde Park is eligible for that because there is water infrastructure available through the fire district. It does not need to have both. It's an or in statute. And then the final is the 1B area needs to follow the village center and village areas as outlined on the future land use map. And so I see Justin has put this up here. You'll see the boundary of the possible tier 1B area that the select board could request. I'll also note that communities could elect to request part but not all of the area. So for example, if you look at this and think this makes sense on sections of Ferry Street and Route 100, but not Heath Road, you could cut off Heath Road, for example. And this is a local decision, so I'm using that as an illustrative example, not a recommendation for or against that approach, just so you have an understanding of what you could do. And then the last piece is opt-in from the municipal legislative body. In the case of Hyde Park, that would be the select board. So that's why we brought this to your attention, so you could discuss if this is something that the community would like to pursue. So I'm happy to answer questions. I do know there's been some questions about process. Some communities are moving forward with this just based on their resolution of the select board. Others are electing to have a process that involves meetings with other boards. Again, this is ultimately a municipal decision. So what the process for making this is what the select board feels is appropriate, and we will work with that in whatever way you choose to move forward. So I'm happy to pause and answer any questions that you might have.
I understand.
Did that help you? Your
I mean,
need for explanation?
I don't want to necessarily put it out there right now. I guess I wouldn't mind listening to some of our boards to hear it. I've been through Act 250, so I understand more of this than most people do. Yeah, I heard her say, whoa, on the 50 units, we don't have the infrastructure for 50 units. Like you said, you have to have infrastructure that supports it. So there's no way that tomorrow someone's gonna just land in here and say, I want a 50-unit building in here, and then we still have to go through a zoning process. And our zoning administrator is gonna say, we don't have that capacity, and then it would still be fizzled out. Rather than it going through Act 250 jurisdiction.
And then still being told no.
It makes it cheaper for an investor or someone trying to build here, is what is basically what that just said, is what.
So can I just understand, the proposition is that the only thing that can qualify for tier 1B is North Hyde Park Village?
That's what they're proposing.
Is that what I understood you to say, Seth? That the only thing in Hyde Park that would meet the criteria would be North Hyde Park Village?
That is correct.
The village wouldn't meet that criteria?
So thank you. Actually, good question. One of the I should have said this. One of the criteria is a municipal staff capacity. And at the moment, the village of Hyde Park does not have a dedicated ZA. That could change. I mean, that could change within a couple months, potentially. I'm not sure what exactly the plans are, but at the moment, because of that, they would not qualify. If they were to, change staffing arrangements, that I think would change.
I'll just add that we are going to still know the village of Hyde Park is potentially eligible for tier
Yep.
on our regional future land use map.
Okay.
In our regional plan, so that when they have new village manager and they're up and running again, they could request it in the future.
Okay.
So can I ask one other thing?
Ask it, you can ask more than one if you want.
This, so tonight, are you deciding whether you wanna pursue tier 1B or, and then it's just a formality? I mean, you then, how do you pursue it?
If we vote on it tonight, then it would be adopted.
Then it would be
Be
adopted.
done.
Mhm.
Gosh.
Which is why I'm saying that I feel like maybe we meet with the zoning board or, pass it to them to.
I think
get
that would
comfort.
be, as somebody who served on the zoning board, for a while, I think. I mean, I don't know what the things are that would come through this system. Is it just housing units, just subdivision, or it's anything?
Sounds like it's more of the subdivision.
Like a gravel pit, say, I
But-
mean. Whatever, I'm not quite sure since I'm cold to this issue, but.
These
You know,
are housing, these are living housing units.
this is only, tier 1B is only with
Correct.
respect to housing.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
It's,
see.
it's part of the whole Act 181.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was questioned at the meeting,
Yeah, yeah.
why it didn't come through the planning commission before it came to you guys. I mean, that's kind of the way we work, we go through things and then it gets presented to you guys, it was questions.
Right, we had quite a lengthy conversation at the planning commission meeting and we didn't quite understand the whole resolution piece of it, so we were wondering why, as Leslie said, why is. So I would appreciate. Further discussion,
Together, maybe? A little
Yeah.
Collaboration.
We've never had a 20.
No, we haven't.
That, not since I've been here. anyway,
No.
so.
I don't know why. I mean, we certainly could.
It would have saved a lot of time on that
Eh,
running, but maybe we should think about doing that.
Sure, especially for this issue. This is a big deal.
Pretty big issue.
Sure.
Yeah, I have a few questions for you, Steph, while you're here, and Megan. So I realize part of this language is this Act 181, and so as you mentioned, 50 units would be a hard sell anyway, zoning, etc. But so why do we have to say 50? Why can't we, if we look at all of the development that's happened in Memorial, the biggest one that outside of Green Mountain Management, and there are 136 units. The biggest one was in Stowe, this Parker and Stearns, 39 units. So I mean, even in Memorial, we don't have.
I
Right.
think the 1B, I think that's the jurisdiction up behind it. I think it's up to 50.
Up to 50.
Yes.
But the 50, it makes, I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just a statute, that's just a statute to keep it out of the.
Could we change it to 25?
No.
Oh, we can't?
That's
Not-
that's state statute.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Well, I tried.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Seth also said that it wasn't just like, one shot, but it could also be something that built up over 5 years, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, so then that's something.
One developer.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
that
could
would be
do a
a lot
building
for
with
it's
10,
5
they could do
years.
5 buildings with, they could do, 10 buildings with 5 units.
Yeah,
Spread out throughout that area. And, as long as the infrastructure in that area can sustain it and it passes through the regular zoning. Which,
And they have to comply with the land acreage.
exactly.
Right.
So there's still a process behind it. It just makes it a little bit easier, like Matt said, that it, than not having to go through the Act 250 piece of it. It just kind of, it doesn't mean it's gonna be a 50 unit building. It just means they might own 50 units total.
Within.
Only within that area. It doesn't mean like all over, it's just that area.
Or tier 1B area.
So there
The
is,
entire tier 1B area.
yeah, so there is still guidelines that they have to follow. They can't just go put up buildings wherever they want. They still have to get the
Right.
permits, they still have to go through zoning, they still have to do all the things they have to do.
There's still safeguards.
Exactly, there's still
Yeah, but it
safeguards.
ultimately relies on the development review board to be, to vigorously review what comes before it. Which is a step up from what they would, well, actually, they consider any subdivision, right?
The DRB?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Megan, remind me, are
But
we up
if-
against any timeline?
So with this, and one of the reasons why it, came to select board first to, was. And again, you can still apply for tier 1B in the future if you want, but, we can submit for those communities that are ready and want to submit tier 1B. We are going to submit those resolution forms with our regional plan amendments to the Vermont Land Use Review Board. Because we have to go through a preliminary review of our regional plan amendment. So there's some communities, like Stowe, we already have the resolution form, we're gonna include them as part of that package when we submit early January. So there was a little bit of a time press here, which is part of the reason why, they came to the select board first.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
They,
Um,
who's they? I mean, who is behind this? Do we know that?
well, so this is all part of Act 91, so the
The state.
Yeah.
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 Um,
And with the housing, a little bit easier to get projections and goals and targets and all the things, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Megan, our next select board meeting is on December 30th.
Yeah.
Will that be enough turnaround time for you guys to submit our resolution? We move forward with it.
So just quickly, we can submit new resolutions with our final submittal to the Land Use Review Board. So ideally, we would include all of them with the preliminary submittal, and that would mean that December meeting would be sort of the the next meeting before that. If you determine you need more time, the Land Use Review Board has accepted resolutions with the final submittal that were not included in the preliminary. And you're not the only community in Lamoille County that is having some discussion, wanting, multiple meetings to discuss that. So just make sure, and Megan, can you remind me and them of the timeline for the final submittal, when that would be?
Yeah, so, like I said, the preliminary submittal is in early January, but the final submittal of our regional plan amendment can be. A little bit after our May board meeting, so June. Early June timeframe, because the idea is our board of directors will be adopting the regional plan amendment. At their late board meeting, which is the fourth, what's the day of the month? So yeah, we would have to turn around, submit our final submission to the LURB 15 days after we hold our final public hearing and adopt our regional plan amendment. So
Okay.
you're looking at like early June, we would be pre-submitting for fun. I mean, one advantage of being part of or could be the unit of the preliminary review is the LURB will also do site visits for the tier 1B areas. They've already told us that they would like to do that as part of the preliminary review process.
Oh, to see how they feel about what we possibly decide.
Yeah, just how, whether they have any questions about the tier 1B area that's been designated.
Okay.
So that could be an advantage,
Sure.
but again, you can decide to.
So it sounds like they have to get permission to be a tier 1B.
Correct. We're just applying to get this approved.
Let's get the approval from the Vermont Land Use Review.
And this is a temporary thing, right? This will end in 2027, is that right? I was reading that this was a.
That's a great question. So, there were temporary exemptions created in the housing bill in the year before 181 that expire in 2027. Tier 1B replaces those temporary exemptions and is valid unless the municipality chooses to opt out, and is then reviewed again when the plan is updated the next time in 8 years. So the temporary exemptions are related but different. But that's a really good question.
Which was one of the questions we asked Seth at the last meeting. Say the town and village move forward with this tier 1B designation, can we walk back on that if we decide that it's not here for us? The answer to that question was yes. So this can always be changed in the
What are the chances we can get together for a meeting? It's like holiday time. It's like, it's such a tough time.
I think the next meeting, we're having, fire chief at our, to talk about driveways, but this sounds like we kind of have to do it quicker, so Justin,
Look, we got him right here too.
yeah, but he's not there. But it's not an emergency of any kind, so it's, Justin, do you know if Steven set that up, or do you know if Steven set that up? Did you hear from him this week?
I personally don't know if he set that up or not. But I would say too that our meetings were going to be up to 2 hours, like no longer than 2-hour planning commission meetings. And I think that discussion was planned for an hour. So we would, in theory, if other members wanted, have the additional hour from 7 to 8 to talk about this, in addition to the driveways.
I didn't have meetings till 6 o'clock, I have meetings till 9 o'clock. Way too long.
I have a feeling this topic would.
Go on for a while.
Well, no,
It would be a good conversation to have. Yeah.
And as you said too, that the driveways wasn't emergent, so
Why don't I talk
I
to
think
Eric?
that could easily be pushed.
Okay. Okay.
What we can,
Yeah, and reach out
see you
to,
working
oh,
Thursday. Oh, Justin will be there too, so, okay.
right, yeah, just on me on Thursday. Okay.
And we probably want to invite would you like to invite the development review board as well?
Okay.
have a party.
And it doesn't have to be a quorum because we're not voting on anything. So if the whole select board could make it, that's okay, right? I just want to put that. Yeah, if you're gonna vote on.
I think you have to vote to call a meeting,
But I think it would be informative for everybody, so.
but if it's a planning
For
commission
sure.
meeting, then we're just, I'll let you guys decide that. I think you're gonna have to have quorum.
I would say at least one board will need to have a quorum. I don't know if they would need to, but I would recommend having at least one board having a quorum. And then as we set up the meeting, I would put joint meeting for the development review board, select board, and planning commission. So that way all board members could attend, but no action item on the agenda if all the chairs agreed to that.
Yeah, there wouldn't be
Probably
any action.
whoever's having the meeting will have a quorum,
Correct.
right?
This may be an ignorant question, but is the developmental review board strictly local? Or does that involve
No, it's our
other municipalities?
Other municipalities. Well, so does the Vermont County, so does the planning commission, right?
No, our DRBs, it's our Hyde Park DRB.
But everybody, but other people can,
I've never been to a DRB meeting, I don't know.
It's just the board.
But the board is our DRB board.
It's.
I didn't quite catch what you were
Mary used to sit on-
asking.
Say that again, Justin? What?
I didn't quite catch what the question was about the public or DRB.
What's the membership of the DRB? Is it local?
Yeah.
It is local, yes. They're all appointed by the select board. The Hyde Park residents.
Right, I'll talk to them tomorrow, or Thursday. I never forgot my calendar.
okay. So with that said, we're not gonna make a decision this evening. And we'll keep you posted on our meeting date, and if we if we come up with anything that time, if we're gonna need to adopt something on the 30th at our meeting or not, I guess would be what I would come to you guys with, if that sounds okay. We'll have to do it at our 30th select board meeting.
Yes, too.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's the only meeting, it's the only other meeting we have this month, so, because of the holiday.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we could call a special one, I guess, if we had to vote, but I'd prefer not to.
Yeah, that would be. That'd be
Okay,
fine.
okay.
You know,
Yep.
Pass the resolution ideally in front of you.
Exactly.
and then sign it.
If we so choose. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Great.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you guys, and thank you for coming. Thank you, Seth. Really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Okay.
It is 6:15, we are right on track.
We are, we are. Look at us. I was thinking we were
Thanks for
over.
coming. You need to say.
Or not, are we good? Hey, Jen.
Trick or treat. There you go. They just make it burn.
Hello.
How's it going? People are getting ready to leave, so we'll just hold this couple minutes, Jen, so we can hear you.
Right, thank you.
I know, I don't need it. Thank you.
You guys better know that I love you, because I got 5 text messages saying that my son balled out tonight, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt.
He had
Thank you for being here.
3 and 1, so that's a great thing.
That is.
Good that it's a scrimmage.
Are they videoing it? Tell them, ask them if they're videoing.
Well, I told Miranda, Justin just sent me a video, I didn't want to play, 'cause yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jen, we're ready for you.
Okay. So I sent out 2 memos. One is the BCA committee overview of what we talked about administratively on December 1st. And I presented a first draft of FY27 budget. And as you can see, the revenues are down. Other than the delinquent taxes, because of the new tax laws that were passed. So we're seeing increased tax penalties and interest. And
Oh, thank you.
driveway and highway access permits were combined because they weren't being booked appropriately. If you guys ever want this information, the zoning administrator should have a spreadsheet with that in there. Local traffic fines, I analyzed those, and the averages for FY26 are down currently compared to FY25. So I'm anticipating 2,000 less for 27. We discussed dog fines, and we decided to lower them to 250 from the 400. Interest on investments, I lowered that by 5,000 because most of the interest that's due is due to reserve funds. So it actually gets taken from the general fund and spread across to the reserves appropriately at the end of the year. So we we can kind of anticipate it still, but it's weird a little, so. Recreation, we had discussed that before, that they looked to lower their revenues by 2,000, so you already knew that. And then we had talked about using the recreation reserve and putting a placeholder in there for $2,000, and that would leave a balance in their reserve of 2,380 still. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Matt?
What it is, I mean, I know that's, we already know we're looking at that.
Okay.
ASAs, they're down to 1 tournament next year.
Okay.
I wanted to look at the revenue expense, because when I talked with Kim, there's 2 different accounts that the banner programs go into. So
Yeah, didn't we fix that?
As far as I know, there's only one.
Yeah. It was.
There was two, because remember there was different, we couldn't figure out where money was and then
It
put.
was two different accounts.
Oh,
In the
sorry.
cash receipt system, there were two different codes.
Okay,
We figured that out
okay.
so that it could be fixed.
So I just, and again, this is just a lack of time, but like I know, like our banner program is generating some revenue and then. ASA paid $2,000 and then I think the men's softball league also had a check to us for 1,000.
Yeah, there was two different checks. I don't remember the amount.
So I think we should have a total revenue in the 4,000. I guess I don't know what's expected for us to have for revenue. So I don't know. I gotta go back and look at it and get with, I'm gonna meet Kim and Jen, if that's where it's gotta come from to make things work. I mean, that's where it's gotta come from. I know going into the next, I mean, we didn't meet with the budget committee, but I know that there's some discussions to be had in the future about reducing our cost to the town,
Okay,
so.
that might offset it. Okay.
The photocopier has been lowered to a more realistic number of 950. Kim was saying that people can print online, but they're still coming in. Kim, are you over there? I can't see you.
She is.
Here.
Yeah. If you want to pipe in, any of you BCA members, you're welcome to. The fire department revenue, Alex had a great idea about hosting a letter campaign to help contribute and offset the fire department budget. So that might be a way to bring in some revenue. I put in a template or a temporary 50,000 use of the general fund unassigned fund balance to see where it would land us. I don't have final but audit numbers, so I'm not confident on using the general unassigned fund balance without that. So you
I'm not
might
either.
you might see that you might see that adjusted. The
You
highway
should see
department.
that relatively soon, right, Jen, you think?
Yeah, they did say that they were close. I would say any day now.
Cool.
So, the highway department, I lowered the grant income for the anticipated grant and aid for FY26 of 24,000 that we should be receiving in FY27 once they close the project in September. And diesel fuel sales stopped December 1st, so I removed that. And then the miscellaneous revenue was lowered to 1,000 to reflect what's collected from scrap metal revenue. And then the libraries. Their investment income and donations have been exceeding their current contribution of 12,000 for the last several years. And so we discussed raising their allocation from 12,000 to 16,000 by $4,000. And they can collect that through donations or their investment income. And we've scheduled a meeting with the library director and treasurer to discuss this week. Expenses. The town clerk and treasurer asked for her salary to be increased by $2, like everyone else got for ARPA. So I gave you a scenario of that, as well as a $1 increase with the 3%. So some wage scenarios there for you to consider.
I asked her to do all these scenarios for the wages, just so we had some better numbers, because I think you guys said, 3% increase on wages, but I just had her run some different numbers. So we had some numbers in front of us to discuss before officially deciding. And then I also had her run the 90-10, right? Is that, yeah, yes.
Yes, for healthcare contributions,
Yep.
we discussed a change.
Yeah, before we move on, Kim, did you have anything you wanted to add to that previous topic?
I just feel it was really unfair that everybody in the highway, everybody in the office, except me, got a $2 increase in November of 2022. At the time, somebody on the board said, well, it's because the voters set my salary by the line items in the budget, which is true. But the voters also set the administrative salary line by approving that budget. And at the end of that fiscal year, what was the overage that you moved, Jen? By journal entry? Was it like 40-something thousand dollars?
I'm not sure, Kim, I'd have to look.
Yeah, there was a significant amount of money that was over in the administrative salary line. And because it was approved to be an ARPA expense, that overage was moved to be an expense in ARPA. The select board could have done the same thing for the town clerk and treasurer. And I think it's very unfair that it didn't happen. And that's why I'm asking for the $2 an hour increase now.
Does anybody have any questions on all the scenarios that she did? I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, if we could see them, maybe.
I mean, again, this, I mean, we're not like officially saying this is what we're doing this evening, but I did want her to propose some different scenarios for us for the budget. Thank you for doing all that, Jen. I really appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Because honestly, I mean, let's be real, that's our biggest, it's one of our biggest expenses, so I think it's important to have the discussions about them. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, aren't you smart? Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh. We're gonna need to go home and get my glasses out of the mailbox.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Just take my phone.
Good too. I zoomed it in on my computer.
I got to try to
But I
on my
didn't-
phone, but didn't like it. No. Okay, thank you.
And I think I asked this, Jen, but I thought we got the communications budget. We never got the actual budget.
No. I got an email from Alex saying that we can anticipate a 3.5% increase, but I don't have anything official. They have,
That's really, I swear that we got that, but maybe that was the prior.
He's like, great.
We got
Yeah.
the original budget, the larger increase,
And we never got an updated one.
Nice and brief.
Okay,
but I did speak with Roger, he said that we could anticipate 3.5%.
well,
I think
I
they're still just trying to move numbers around. They're pretty on top of sending us.
know, that's why I thought, but I feel like we should have seen it by now.
So I'll reach out to Carrie and Roger.
Yeah, 'cause that seems odd. And they are holding a meeting for sheriff's department. Right? They decided to do that.
Originally, but then Johnson had a conflict. They were the only ones requesting the meeting.
That's what I thought.
And Johnson had a conflict with a budget meeting, that was a few weeks back.
But Jen, you said December 12th, so
That's
what?
the courthouse one.
Oh, Jesus, that is the courthouse. Okay, sorry. Never
thank you,
mind,
Nicole.
never mind. Okay.
I do read these things.
I know.
What I can read of them, I read of them. It's too small, and then I can't promise I read it.
So again, really look at that. Because it's a very important part.
Will when I do that.
Well, no, I don't mean right this, I don't mean right this second, but because I think, you know, this is really important, so. And let Jen know if you have you know, don't make her do any more scenarios, right, Jen?
Be happy to.
She's so understanding when I say, can you run it this way? Can you run it that way? So there's other things you'd like to see on that.
So yeah, I did give you the scenarios on the healthcare, and I know you're supposed to talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I would just refer to that when you're, if you're gonna make any decisions about it. I did reach out, or Alex said he reached out to Morrisville, and Stowe has a 90-95 if they go to a lower plan,
Okay.
and Johnson's the 90-10.
Okay.
So
Morrisville only offers the MVP bronze plan. I have a 90-10 split. Which I was a little shocked by.
They only have one option?
Bronze.
Interesting.
There are no HSAs, there is a buyout, and it's more attractive than ours. I think it ends up being $7,000 and change. But they only offer the bronze plan. So I'm assuming any plan that they pick above that, which was not clarified in the email, but if they picked a higher cost plan, they'd be on the hook for what the difference is.
Oh, got it. That makes sense. That probably is what they do. And they do 90-10 though?
What do we do?
89-11,
89-11.
which is an odd number.
Drives me crazy. Silly. So that's why I asked her. We could, yeah, we could. We probably won't, but we could.
There's the union steward.
Seriously, right? Look at him sit there calmly. Not that I want to skip ahead, and Jen, I want to be respectful of your time, but do we want to talk about the health insurance now? Since the numbers are here and you're here,
I'm okay with that.
you're okay with that? Okay. Okay, so Alex, let's skip ahead to what you are proposing. Sorry, guys, I'm skipping around a little bit. Or what Alex would like to propose to us. This is another thing we discussed, Matt, at the last meeting. Like a teacher. No, that's for next year. No, we'll kind of talk about that, and when we start nailing down the budget, we'll say this is where we want it to be, and yeah. But we will make a decision on that eventually. For sure.
So for those of you that weren't here, this conversation started after I reviewed our open enrollment documents and found that there was a few conflicting statements in what we were sending to the employees versus what's captured in our employee policy. So the first one, and this is a template that comes from MVP that we then fill in. So this is all in your executive summary. So highlighted in orange, it says if an employee selects a less costly plan, then these amounts may cover 100% of the plan's premium. The employee does not receive the difference. So that's based on the MVP platinum costs, which is in conflict with our employee policy that says we're going to pay the 89 and 11 cost shares of any plan that the employee selects. So in looking at that, my suggestion was that we follow that, because it would be a cost savings to the town if an employee selected a plan that was not the platinum plan. In talking with the folks over at Highway, they're all on platinum plans. I don't know if the conversations changed, Ryan, but it didn't sound like anyone was interested in moving from the platinum plan down to the gold. But if they did, I ran some scenarios on the potential cost savings, and I based everything off of the family plan. So if someone were to move from the platinum plan to the gold plan, and we did a 95.5% share, the total cost savings over the course of the year is $3,324. If they selected the silver plan, those cost savings go up to $8,500 a year. If they go down to the bronze plan, the cost savings would be 11,500 units. So the majority of our folks are on the platinum plan. We have 2 employees that are on the silver HSA program, which the town contributes 3,600 and change to. So we're front loading that HSA, which is a big benefit. But if someone were to say, hey, I'm okay with not having the platinum plan, I want to move to the gold plan and put some money back into their paycheck, it's still a cost savings to the town, even if we contributed more than the 89 and 11 that we currently contribute. So those are the scenarios I ran. It looks like Jen broke it down in her cost analysis. If nothing changed, what would be the financial impact? And there is one. So if folks don't take advantage of that, back here. Jen, do you want to break that piece down? I saw some scenarios there.
Current budgeted.
Yeah, so what I sent you guys is what's inside the budget currently. And so if we went with any sort of change, the numbers would increase for everyone except Alex, because he wanted to go down. I had it written down somewhere.
With the cost of healthcare, regardless, I'm moving from the platinum plan down to the gold. But it does put more money back into my paycheck if I would. But more folks might decide that that's a good option for them. And I think that there would be incentive if we change the policy for folks to not select a platinum plan to move down.
So, okay, because I don't, so this is for MVP, and I don't know what, so with the MVP plans, with the platinum, is that one a high deductible,
Low
low deductible? So the town doesn't,
Platinum's the top tier.
yeah, so does the town, is there any HSA contribution to that one?
No, the only plan that has the HSA is the silver reflective.
Yeah. no.
High deduct, you can only contribute to HSA for
With
high.
with a high deductible plan,
And I think there's also one for bronze.
yes.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Jen, the only 2 HSA
I was
plans we
going high
have
deductible
with
plan.
employees are the silver plan and not the bronze.
Okay.
I just saw that.
So
Yeah,
I was suggesting a tiered approach to the contributions. With 89 and 11 remains the same at the platinum plan. The gold plan moves to a 95% town share and employee share of 5%. And then the silver and bronze plans that are not the HSA are 100% town share. The HSA plans I didn't move from the 89 and 11 after factoring in the money that we put into the HSA, it's still a benefit, a net benefit to the employee of over $1,000. And it's also a lower cost plan, so they select that, their premium is lower, the money out of their paycheck each month is lower. And then they have the added benefit of being able to roll that HSA year over year.
And it's their HSA, so if they ever leave here, they take it with them.
Correct.
It's not an FSA, they don't lose it. And they can contribute themselves too.
Right. So putting this into perspective locally, our plan as it is, the 89 and 11, regardless of whatever plan you choose, is still better than our neighbor over in Morristown, which restricts you to the bronze plan at a 90-10 share. And then I'm assuming anything beyond that would be a cost of the employee. So I think we're competitive. After learning that
Yeah.
information, I think we're
I
competitive.
agree, that makes.
The question is, we have a large number of folks on the platinum plan. Can we provide an incentive for them to move off of that plan and bring the cost down to the town? So this family plan moving from platinum to gold is a savings of $3,324 with the new cost share 95.
How much of the,
Extrapolate that across.
so how much of the deductible is paid with the other one? By the town?
The current plan?
No, the other one. Though if they were to drop down. It's the one that you're gonna do.
Oh, 90 to 5?
Oh, it's in here. Let me look. Hang on, let me go far enough.
Just for purple.
Just before, way back there, why isn't it on this?
So
Because I skipped.
It's
I skipped to Alex, yeah.
Oh, okay,
The other
sorry.
piece of the conversation that the budget advisory committee had was the turnaround timelines. So open enrollment was sent out on October 22nd. It closes December 15th.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're in a short window.
No, but
Hopefully
that still
folks
doesn't
have
answer
been
the question.
reviewing their plans and have been reviewing any potential changes. Any changes that would come from the select board based on policy would just affect the percentages. So it is something the employees would have to look at. My proposal to you would be Jen and I could schedule meetings with the 7 employees that we have. If they have questions, they're wondering whether or not this is advantageous to them, we could block out time in our schedules to make sure that we have that conversation. Again, though, as it stands, we have a competitive plan compared to our neighbors. So we don't necessarily need to make changes.
Well, this still doesn't answer my question though. So how much does the town put in for,
We're 8911 on everything.
no, even the HSA?
Yeah,
Okay,
across the board.
Yeah, but you put money in.
But the HSA.
But we put, right, those
That's
boys
what I
get
mean.
more.
okay, that's
So
what
for the
it,
HSA, they
Mm.
front load half of the out of pocket.
Yeah.
okay, so then the employee has to cover the other half.
No,
They can put in what they want, right?
they can contribute $0 or they
Right.
can contribute a portion of their paycheck to.
Well, that's what I
continue to
mean,
fund
like, so-
HSA. But the town covers 50% of the possible out of pocket deduction.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering like what the deductibles were and how much the town contributes to that deductible, so what the employee might be on the hook for as compared to like the.
3625.
So it'd be whatever the town's contributing is 50%.
And I believe
But
that.
this doesn't tell me what the deductibles are.
50 divided by 2.
Yeah, she put that on here.
This still doesn't tell me what the deductibles are.
7,050. Right?
Divided by 2, right?
Divided by 2, because that's what we're contributing. 3625.
That's the potential out of pocket cost. Before the rest of the plan kicks in.
Okay,
So that,
For a single person on the platinum. So if a family had the silver.
oh, it's over
HSA
here, it's on
account,
this side. Oh my
it's
god, there's
still
20
based
pages
on
of
the
this.
single.
right, I say we did agree to that, right? We don't do the family, yeah, okay.
It's on too many pages.
So basically we need to decide on that tonight. The changing of the plans because open enrollment ends Monday or whatever the 15th is. I don't know. So
And the other portion of this is.
for
The,
January 1,
yeah, January 1 is the effective date of the plans.
right?
The effective date of your policy can fall in line with your budget. So we're approving a budget for next year. These changes wouldn't be implemented until July 1st. Until that date, it would still be the 8911 cost share to the employee.
I think providing
That makes
options
sense
and
to
then
everybody.
potentially getting town savings would be advantageous for everyone.
Potentially.
Potentially. Potentially.
Why are you giggling?
Alex's face, I watched it.
Oh. And your laugh makes me look at you. Oh. So it'd be 80, I wanna make sure I got this right, 8911 on the platinum plan. 90 and 5 on the gold plan.
95.
955.
Oh, sorry. Does not equal 100, does it? And then 100% if you're on the silver or bronze plan that's not HSA.
Right.
You got it right. And currently, all 6 people are on the platinum. No, we're not.
It's
Is this okay to say this? Because this isn't HIPAA, as long as we don't say names. And 1 person's on the HSA.
I believe it's 5 and 2.
Oh, 5 and 2.
Yeah, that is in this thing Jen had. Let's see that.
Why is it in only one spot? Yes. Okay. And I don't know, I think. Personally, I would probably take the gold plan, so maybe this is looking in the future too, maybe nobody wants it now, but in the future. Next enrollment.
It all depends, it's insurance, it all depends if you're healthy or not healthy, or
Correct.
need, it's.
If you hire a young kid that's healthy, you're probably gonna take the cheapest plan that you get.
Exactly.
You know,
Well,
it totally
And
is.
it's not even just that, like I have a cold and I have a high deductible, but because that's one of my medications, it's very expensive. But I get, there's the pharmaceutical company pays for it, so it doesn't even come out of my pocket, so it doesn't even.
And I think it shifts the conversation from what the town's offering versus your individual situation. If you look
I
at
don't
it and
ignore
say, you know,
Just maybe
inflation's high, I'd rather have the $200 back in my paycheck and
Big government
budget
makes
for
more
a
money than I do,
potential
you're right.
health emergency or hospitalization. That at least it shifts that decision to the employee and not the town. So everyone has to make a decision for themselves, really.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody stays on platinum, we don't see a savings. Well, you get those too, but
So there's a difference between my scenario and Jen's, and I changed this in the last couple of days. So she was assuming that the silver and bronze HSA would be moved to that 95.5 cost share.
Yeah.
So I think that there's some inflated cost associated with that, because we would be covering more of the expense. If you remove that and keep that at the 89.11. There's a potential for the first year cost saving.
Well, I think it's probably a good idea to give people options.
That's what I'm saying.
And these are also just numbers we put on paper. These percentages could be whatever you want them. It could be 90-10, it could be less than that, it could be 100.
And do any of these numbers take into account the massive changes in insurance we're gonna be seeing over the next year?
MVP isn't one of them. MVPs
We
isn't.
lucked out.
Right,
We
we
said
did.
that last
You did
1.6%, Jen,
Yeah, MVPs.
increase.
Okay.
We got
which
lucky.
is, yeah, it's a lot better than the last few years.
I mean, does that mean it's gonna go up 25 next year? It could. Hopefully it doesn't, but it could.
Still doesn't mean it's not expensive. It just means that it's not increasing a lot this. current year.
Correct, correct. Okay, so let's move along. So does anyone have any more questions, or do you want to just vote on that? Any more thoughts? Are we not comfortable? You all looked very puzzled. Okay.
Here's looking at you, kid. You look at the numbers.
Well, the numbers are
you can do
there.
this year once.
Exactly. So we should, if we're gonna approve these changes, then we need a motion to do so. And effective. However, if I'm saying this right, if you approve, if you do want this, or if we want this, it would be effective open enrollment for January 1, 2026, but effective percentage change would happen July 1. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so our fiscal year.
Correct, but employees would need to know that this would change.
We tried to catch this at the last meeting, but there
Mhm.
wasn't a full board.
And I didn't feel
So-
comfortable voting on it.
Option number 3 can be, this is too quick of a turnaround for
Right.
everyone to digest.
Absolutely,
Let's look at this moving into the next.
There's no additional cost to the town.
No.
correct.
So if it's saving money, why do you gotta wait till July 1st? It's not gonna cost the town. anything.
That's good.
That's just fiscal year.
I don't
You
know.
hush up over there.
Okay.
I don't know, that's what you
Like, yeah,
said.
I mean, I can understand if it's costing the town money, you have to wait for your next budget. So, that's town money.
Well, he's got a point
Sure.
there.
That was where I was headed with this.
Yeah.
Why not vote on it, make it happen, and
Effective Jan, and then Jen.
And then people
make
could start getting
changes.
more, if they choose to go down and if they choose to change their plan, they'll start getting the money in their check now and not have to wait till July.
And the town will start saving money.
Yeah,
Mhm.
start at July, start at new open enrollment.
So there's another option.
Okay, just started now. Just started now.
To play devil's advocate, the two folks that we have who are on HSAs could say, well, I could move up to the gold plan or the silver plan Now that the town's contributing 95% instead of 89. The HSA lives with them, so whatever they have in their bank account.
Yeah, but we're not contributing it to anywhere.
Yeah, it's not
But you put it up front. I think they get the.
Oh, true.
For this year.
So,
So then we
Yeah.
put that in a caveat, we just say that, you know, you keep, the people with, the folks with HSAs can't take it, can't double dip on us.
You could do a side note for that.
Or if from here on out, they're saving us money,
I was gonna
does it really
say,
matter?
is it worth the taking it away? I don't think it is, but.
We have two with 30.
I mean, if-
The money's already spent,
Half of
from
it.
here on out, we're just saving money, I mean, right, and the money is spent now, it's, well, yeah.
Always with the potentially asterisk.
After that, if you have two, 36 would be 7.
Oh, so wait, we already funded, I'm
We already
confused.
funded the
Thank you,
HSAs at the start.
You just turn that on?
So in open enrollment, they could say, I'd like to move for the gold plan, which is a higher. Premium cost.
But we gave the 3,600, so for the fiscal year, we gave the 3,600, it's not for the year of the plan.
It's not good.
They could do that at any time. If an employee left, they would be taking that money.
Oh, yeah, that's.
So it's really,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's.
We used the
worth-
front load our HSA too,
Wait,
and
that's a silly
then
thing to do.
started
Why do we
doing
do
it on
that?
a bi-weekly basis.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't do
And
that.
that's the one odd situation, the fiscal year versus the
Correct.
calendar year. You could contract out. There is that cost. So in the first year, it might cost us more money. Down the road, when there's attrition, new employees come in, there's a potential for cost savings.
Sure. Okay. Does anyone have a motion they'd like to make? Or what we should do? You like the idea of making it Jan 1?
Yeah,
If we make the changes versus July 1,
yeah, January.
January 1st, 2026, effective. And you like the three options, the 8911 platinum, 95.5 gold, 100% silver, bronze, not HSA related?
We have to decide, so.
We do. I mean, we don't have to do anything,
No,
like
this is-
he did say, I mean, option 3 is we wait until.
Yeah, but any insurance thing is all on how many.
Correct.
Claims you have,
How many people sign up?
Sick, somebody's healthy, it's a crapshoot.
I mean,
And
next year,
somebody might join the
all of our
plan.
Employees.
We might have a new employee join the
We
plan.
Bring in employees that have families in the family plan, we're gonna see this cost go.
Right,
Incredibly.
correct, like. So, you know, insurance is just. It is a thing. You know, we could get 2 people drop off the plan because they go on their, but you know, their partner's plan, or we get 3 people decide they don't want the opt-out, and they come on the plan, you just never know. Based on numbers now.
So are the,
What is it?
with the platinum, like it's keeping us very competitive with surrounding neighbors.
You too.
With the bronze, gold and silver. Are those percentages things that we should even, you know, look at alternatives for those percentages or?
We could say 95.5 on all the gold, silver, bronze. So we don't necessarily have to do full 100%. That is another option. We could do. 8911 and then 95.5 on everything else. Not HSA.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Not
keep the one
HSA.
for HSA bronze.
Just, and I don't know why, I like that, it's just, you're responsible for proving something, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, I like that, yeah.
Yeah, we can, I mean,
Bessie, are you okay with handling the zoning request? If I go to this car accident?
Yep.
I can come back for the rest.
absolutely.
You're not gonna make it back to the rest.
Go for it.
Cooper Hill, you're an hour away.
An hour?
Well, there and back,
Oh, yeah,
It's
you're not gonna
easily
be back, but
25.
that's okay, go
Yeah.
do your civil duty. It's fine,
We got you.
we got you, we got this.
I wouldn't plan on making it back
11
here.
minutes.
Be safe out there.
Okay. So let's make a decision. Let's move this along and then he won't have to be back, so we'll be done. So we could do 8911 plat, or we could do 90, we could do my 9010 and 90 and then 95.5. What do you think? I can tell you want to say something.
No, I really, I don't care. I
No, you do care.
no, because I don't love 100% because.
Okay, let's
everybody's-
get rid of it.
It would be a little rich. I mean, 5% is not a lot that you're responsible for as an employee.
No,
And then. I know I would probably be like. I would take a gold, put a little more money in my pocket to risk it, cause I'm kind of healthy, so I can do
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
don't know.
I kind of agree with 100%. I know that seems like. And I love giving good benefits, but.
I feel like maybe.
Shut the door,
Are you
guys.
just
You pull the
talking
door
about the
shut.
non-HSA ones? Cause I feel like 100 on the bronze would be good. Because then it might incentivize people to drop down, saving the town more. And then also,
Not with a family. Don't everybody ever do a family guns. Kid breaking out.
Alex is going to the dog.
11, 12 grand for an hour broken.
It's not our house with that.
but it's also, their choice.
I just don't think I see a savings there, not when they people are gonna do that. I wouldn't think, I don't think.
Well, we can do this year and we can always revisit it next year.
Yeah,
We can
totally.
we can up it again if we feel we want to make it. Even better, maybe a small change is good this year. I don't know. Why is everybody laughing?
I just asked Matt, I said, do we not have heat in this building?
Oh my God, I'm sweating.
I was one too, but you never really.
I'm like putting my sleeves up.
I think for me on this one, that one is on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so,
It is colder when you walk.
okay, come on, guys, let's make a decision.
Yes, I mean, I think a change would be.
I'm waiting for you to suggest to make one and I'm following. There. We're saving the town money.
This is my recommendation, but obviously that's you guys, it's a group effort here. We move to 89, or we stay 8911 on the platinum plan. We move to 95.5 on
Gold and below,
gold and below,
without the HRA.
without the HSA. Well, where's the HSA fall into this? Are they platinum?
It's on the bronze.
It's on the bronze and, it's on the
Silver
and gold.
and gold.
Silver and gold.
I almost just did the same thing. You did it, not me.
Oh my God, being recorded. So we would need to specify out HSA, right?
I think they're the only ones that are able to be eligible for it anyways.
We've stuck to specify it out because if we're gonna offer the 95.5,
Oh, right, yeah, 95.5 on anything gold and below, you're right.
but without the HSA, because if we're gonna up the percentage and pay the HSA, it didn't balance out, I think is what Alec was saying.
Oh, right.
They are getting.
Correct. So they stay 8911? Is that what they are currently?
Yep, if they stay with the HSA contribution from the town, then they would stay at the 8911.
Okay, I got it.
So we just encapsulated everything that is a cost savings to the town.
Okay,
We're only making adjustments as cost savings. Look at
okay.
us.
Okay, and then, but I do think we should do January 1 effective.
Mhm.
I do like that with the plan period. Yeah, okay. Anybody want to make a motion with that mess I just said?
Is it written down somewhere?
No, because
Oh.
my
I'll
notes
make
are
a motion.
confusing.
I've been making
Oh.
notes this whole time.
Great.
It's
Good.
been fun.
I bet,
Um,
I bet it has.
okay.
Did you get my?
So-
Can you, we would like a replay of Chastity singing, please.
It will be available within 5 days. I have a motion made to adjust healthcare contributions to be 8911 for platinum, 95.5 for silver, bronze, and gold, and HSA to remain the same effective January 11th, 2026.
January 1st.
January 1st, 2026.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he said stop though.
Don't mind my kids in the background.
Okay, so I move for what Justin just said. Even I do that. Okay, so I move to change the insurance contributions. Well, to leave the platinum at 89.11, change the gold, silver and bronze to 95.5, right?
Mhm.
With the HSA contributions remaining the same,
Yes.
effective January 1st, 2026. There we go.
I'll second.
That was right, Justin? That was good, Justin.
Yep, sound good to me.
Forgot you were even there.
Except I'm not.
Wait, is that not right?
No, I don't. I was thinking about changing that to 90-10. We'll just put it towards south. Okay.
Was it 95.5 or 90.10?
9 to 90. Oh, you're having actually.
95.5.
Next year.
Okay,
Yes, true. Next year. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I did.
Lance already did.
Okay, sorry. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained. Okay. Wowzer. Okay.
And just so you know, I'm now switch. I've got to bring my daughter over to the clinical appointment. So I'm gonna switch over to my cell phone and make you guys the host at the meeting room.
Okay.
Okay.
You trust us for that?
Well, that's what we got.
That's what we got.
So you guys are doing great. So we're good.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. Jen, sorry for that long discussion. Are you still with me or are you sleeping?
I'm here.
Okay. Do you have any questions on that? Long
I'm
discussion.
I'm sure it'll pop up in implementation, but it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
You're mad.
do you have any more on your budget memo that we should talk about? I don't think we do. I think we'll make some decisions on that. We've got to make what we want.
Yeah, no, it's just about reserves. So you guys
Well,
talked
it's
about
gonna
a
be more.
fast squad reserve, and I don't know if you still want fast squad to come since they cut their budget.
I don't think they need to come. Do you? Or did we say, what did we decide? Did we say we were gonna invite them?
Did they say they kept the budget?
Yeah,
Cut.
you were gonna invite them, and they cut their budget.
I don't think you need to do anything. They cut their budgets.
But I'm wondering why.
Last year was a huge increase.
Last year they had a flat.
No,
No,
not fast
not
food.
fast
You're
food.
thinking of,
Hams.
you're thinking of
Yeah.
M's. Yeah, not fast food.
But then they came and asked for radios, so
Exactly.
I hate to cut something.
Right. That's why I'd like to know
I'm sure
why.
they're gonna need
Yeah.
more radios.
Yeah. So,
Well, he's getting more, our concern with him cutting the budget was the fact that he came and asked for more radios because his radios were getting old because they were during 29/11 and they were outdated, which is the same reason Ryan needed them. And he needed to upgrade new people. We're like, well, if you're getting new people, why are you cutting your budget? We couldn't figure out why he came to us and asked for stuff because he was all excited because he was getting new people, but now he's cutting his budget. So we were a little confused about that.
yeah. We should probably find out about that. Have you talked to him at all, Jen, since he said he was cutting? Is that pretty much the only?
Yeah, no, Alex was his liaison, and I got the information from Alex.
Okay,
I could reach out to Brad if you'd like.
I can if you want, Jen.
I don't mind doing it. I just need to know who's doing what.
Do you want to reach out and say that the board's concerns are just wondering why he's cutting? Maybe it's a simple email conversation that you can have with Jen.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
You know, rather than another meeting, right? And just tell him our concerns that because then he did come to us for more radios and we just don't want him to get stuck by cutting budget. Not that I want to
Well, and you know,
It's nice he's trying to save the town money. I appreciate that, but we just want to make,
well, and he
We don't wanna
talked
make it up
about
later.
increasing the status of the members because he has members that are more skilled now.
correct.
And we were like, well, then why are you cutting the budget? Like, none of this is making sense.
Yeah, so,
So there was a lot of reasons why we were confused about that.
cool, thank you. Okay. Now,
You guys want to talk about the fire bond?
yeah, I was gonna say, now we'll talk about your actual finance memo here. Where the hell is that? This is the BAC one. She sent us the email about the bond with. You know, print it. I don't think you did. Oh, here it is. Fire bond application. Okay, so it's time to borrow. It's in the finance section.
Time to borrow. So I got the preliminary opinion from SPNF attorneys to submit with the bond application. Is the winter pool and yeah, we can borrow up to $650,000. I believe a 10-year repayment plan would be in our best interest.
Okay.
I've provided you guys the Better Construction contract.
Yep.
That's based on their estimate of 566, 181, 57 cents. I've talked with an administration and I'm not sure if we should go for the full amount of 650 or borrow maybe 600,000. The contract doesn't really put in any contingencies or so I'm not really sure if we should borrow the full amount. There is the
I mean, the
upside,
taxpayers approve the full amount.
right?
If we do go over, we have the money. If we
Well, I think-
don't, it's a risk, I guess.
The only thing I'm.
I didn't say, well,
Proceed.
you're almost guaranteed to have at least a change order. So
Correct.
if we don't bond for more than the
The actual
contract,
bid,
and we have a change order, then we're looking at staring ourselves.
exactly.
Now we gotta skimp on something.
Correct.
because we had
There's nothing.
Even though we had the
There's
approval.
nothing that says we take the bond amount and then we don't use it, we pay that back up front, so then we're paying
We
less.
can't pay a bond up front. You have
course not.
its terms.
Yeah.
We can't pay that money back,
On a bond, we can't do there's no prepayment.
okay. Well, then we would just gain interest on our money, right? So if we take out extra money, that money would sit in our general funds and we would gain interest on that money.
But it can be used for another project too.
Okay.
Yes, interest, yes, but we can also use it for.
We could assign it to another project.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't even know it's only done for the fire department.
We'd probably have, yeah. I think we
What's the
did that.
interest on the 650?
It's already been allocated.
Right, but like you were saying that like we could earn interest back if just having it in general funds, like.
Well, we could because
put it-
Jen looks at investing.
She would invest
extra
Right,
money.
right.
It depends, that varies. She shops
stage
it,
of
or
the
Kim
program.
shops it, I'm not sure which.
First. Look at 2 more pages.
Okay, cool.
5.1.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
What is it?
Okay, so are we,
That's the way.
3.68.
sure, that's valid.
Then we have to start skipping at the end. Running when you shoot it.
We'll probably gain that money back or, yeah. It's
I
been,
mean, some of the
Benefit.
CDs that
Okay.
Jen has talked
Okay.
about, it's got.
Okay, so let's, yeah, do you wanna make a motion for
I'll make a
Kim?
motion to allow Kim Moulton to sign the bond application for 650,000 for the addition at the Hyde Park Fire Department.
Awesome, do I have a second?
yeah,
Great, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstained. Okay, awesome. And then a motion for Alex to sign the contract.
We had some questions about whether or not we should add timelines because we're using MERP funds on this project as well.
Okay,
And he didn't know if there was anything you guys would like added to the contract for verbiage. If anybody's had a chance to look it over.
Well, we originally had we had end of 2027, right, or June of 2027, Ryan?
Well, we should probably find out what the MERP deadline is.
The merge deadline is January 1st,
26.
That's next.
No,
That's next month.
No, I mean 27.
Okay, I'm like, whoa.
December of this day.
Okay, okay. So we
Well,
should, but we
yeah.
still should put, I agree, I think we still should put a time and not that he's gonna drag it out for 3 years, but we don't want him to. But I think we should put it in there. I mean, that's common verbiage, right? To put some time in there.
Yep.
So,
So if you put the verbiage in there, you need to have some sort of penalty.
Yep.
Because if you put in there, you have to be done by December 1st, and there's no penalty,
oh, true.
who cares?
What's normal
Yeah,
penalties?
right.
What do you do?
Depends on contract value. So,
5% or $100 a day, or I don't know. What do you?
yeah, it depends. It's all over the place. There's been $100 a day, there's been hours, there's been,
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be like this
I mean.
money hungry,
Like
like,
Vermont does it based on contract value, so like a $650,000 job would be $1,100 a week or something like that. But
okay, so
we could, yeah,
we could say $1,000 a week anytime after December 31st, 2026.
yeah.
Or maybe December 1st.
Yeah.
What did you approximately give him for an end date? Do you remember?
I think it's.
It says
I think it-
here, it says.
Oh, I
estimated
didn't see that.
completion date of 9/30/25.
Oh, that's wrong. Because we're in 25.
You are.
It's already done.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
He probably obviously meant 26, but let's make sure to get
Yeah.
that fixed.
So we'll give him till December. He's given us,
Correct.
Completion date would be September.
yeah.
So we can
That's
say
what the contract
we can
says.
say penalties after December 1st.
I was just giving the contract.
Yeah.
Like $150 a day.
Or $1,000 a week
It's
or
about the same.
something. Yeah, okay. Well, then you wonder, is it $150 per working day or is it
Yeah,
like
day,
day?
calendar day.
Calendar day. $150 a day, okay. So let's make a motion to authorize Alex to work with Alan or Better Construction on changing the date to 9/30/26
Mhm.
on the contract and adding
Completion date
if he's of
With-
December.
with liquidated damages to
Just
start
make the motion.
as of December 1st, 2026.
I'll second that.
Justin's gonna have questions on that one. Let's restate it. We're signing Alex to sign and work with Better Construction.
It's in the recording.
Yeah, but we change, it's what?
It's in the recording.
Oh,
He'll be able to re-listen.
but it was messy. Justin, I feel like we should redo it.
Yeah.
We're assigning Alex to work with Better Construction, to change the date, September 30th, 2026 on this contract. With the completion date of December 1st, and liquidated damages at $150 a day
Starting after December 1st,
after December 1st,
2026.
2026.
Matt made that motion.
Savannah seconded it. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, staying. Okay. So, where's Jen's? Oh, did everybody look at the warrants? Let's
Yep.
approve those. Please.
I will read warrants as presented.
Awesome. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained. Jen, are we done with you?
No. Unless you guys voted on the North High Park money.
Paving. So let's talk about that. Yeah, we should keep Jen for that. So we were all there except for Lance at the North Hyde Park Fire Department. So for the paving. So do we have thoughts on how we want to deal with that? accept that and pay for that?
No.
Jen, we have reserve monies, correct?
Yes, but we also still have leftover paving for FY 26.
Okay. How much is in the FY 26 paving? Do you know right offhand? No, we talked about it, but I can't remember what the number was. 26?
I feel like it was like 65 or 69,000. I don't,
So we
I'm
could-
sorry, I'm not prepared for this.
No, we shouldn't use all that. We should use some. of the
Yeah,
fire
some of these come from their reserve.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
What's in the reserve, 23 something?
Around that.
I mean, I think a chunk of it needs to.
So
be
we use
reserved.
20.
Yeah,
Let's leave them like an even 5.
Okay. Fair.
I feel like everything from the fire department costs $5,000.
And then they have it.
You're pretty close.
I just need $5,000.
If it's the private sector, it'd be half of that. But because it's fire safety as well.
Yeah, you didn't make it to the call.
I did.
Oh
No
my
way.
god. Okay.
You went all the way to call back.
So
I got a Hemi.
Jesus.
I'm impressed.
Oh my god. Okay, so I mean, I think we all agree that we want the project to happen, right? I mean,
The town of Eden's already voted on it.
Yeah.
they want, I know, we'd really look like jerks if we didn't
I mean-
said they could pave.
The only
Brand-
question I have is to the guy over there. Do we have concerns with the ownership of the property?
No,
Okay,
Part of a long-term discussion.
correct.
okay. Fire District 1 and all that stuff.
So that price that they got, that's good for next year.
Yeah.
Correct.
And Brent did factor in a contingency. So the original quote was like 66.
Yeah, and he
The
went to
option
70.
of us,
Yeah.
you know, doing some of the work, but
Correct.
at 70. There is a
Mhm.
buffer.
There's already a buffer in there, so we're approving 35, but up to 35, actually, up to
Do
35.
we need to make the decision tonight about doing our part of the work?
No,
Okay.
that'll be when the project's going on. Yep.
So we're gonna take all of them, there are 5.
Yep.
And then the rest of it.
And the rest will come from the paving reserve,
The left.
or the leftover, excuse me, the leftover paving from FY 26.
Yep.
yep. And then if they come to us and say they need something else, be like, well, if it's more than $5,000, you're not getting it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Sorry.
right.
Okay.
Okay, so Jen, you need a motion for that apparently. Oh, yep, there we go. You see it.
I'll make.
Yeah, she just can't read it.
I will make the motion. To approve to spend up to 35,000 for the paving, in North Hyde Park, Eden Fire Department. To use the fire department reserve, all but 5,000.
The North Hyde, the, make sure to,
North Hyde
Yeah.
Park Fire,
Yeah.
all but 5,000. In the remaining from the leftover FY 26 paving budget money.
Perfect. Have a second?
I'll second.
Great. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstain. Okay. We'll wait for Alex.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to clarify with the paving in North Hyde Park. Are you hauling the material yourself, like using that?
No, we're not, that's not gonna be decided until next year when the work's happening.
Okay, because that's what I heard. And then the remaining, I'm just not sure what the remaining is, or if that's just whatever.
Oh, good call. Up to 35,000 is the total.
But there's not that in the North Hyde Park Reserve.
So we can specify that better, Justin, so that the amount that we're agreeing to spend is up to 35,000 for the paving.
Okay.
Eden matching 35.
With Eden matching the other 35.
Okay. Gotcha. And then you'll figure out what funds are coming out of afterwards.
We did that already.
We already did that.
So
That
a
was in the
portion
motion.
of it. So we're gonna leave $5,000 in the North Hyde Park Eden reserve fund. We're gonna take that, the balance out of that, and that's gonna go towards it, and then whatever's left, that minus 35,000 minus that money is, then the rest of it's gonna come out of the paving reserve. We just don't know the total that's in their reserve fund right now.
I gotcha.
Not the
Okay.
paving reserve, not the paving reserve, but the paving budget.
Okay.
We can do the
Yep.
math. We don't know what is in their reserve without looking at the thing, so.
Yeah, you're leaving them 5,000 in that and then using the rest from the paving with, yeah, I understand. Okay.
Cool.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now, Alex, we're on FEMA flood buyout.
Okay.
Oh, Jen, do you want to go? You can hang out if you want.
Yeah, I'll leave. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
So back to the executive summary, we talked about this last time, the lingering question was. What are the potential legal costs of going through this process? So Dave estimated up to $5,000. Would be at minimum 12 hours of attorney's fees. With the caveat that the state has transitioned the FEMA flood buyout process. Typically, these were, did at the town level. Now, the only thing the town is doing is interfacing between the town and home. So they have their own counselor that's assigned.
Oh.
So Dave cautions two things. One, he's not sure that his costs would be reimbursable under the grant. He's not sure that those folks will approve.
Oh, when they already have counsel.
Legal services.
Sure.
And the second caveat to that is, if our town attorney is not representing us in the transaction, are we being represented? I have confidence in the state attorneys, but this is a $5,000 expense that we will not be able to recoup. On top of his concerns of us acquiring this property and having to be a part of these associations. Or getting them to relinquish their obligation to enter into the associations as a property owner in the 10 Bends community. So his quote was highlighted in yellow.
What?
It still stands.
Did we ask him for this?
Did we ask?
Dave? Dave?
Yeah,
To offer an opinion?
Okay.
yeah.
I think there's too much baggage with this.
I do too. I know it is unfortunate, and maybe down the road it could come back, but
Just buy out the one that's down here.
10 minutes.
Yeah, 19 River Road.
Perfect. So, are we in agreement to let it go for now? Are we sure? I'm not hearing any no's, but
I mean, I'm going off the current attorney's recommendation.
I know,
I
me
don't
too.
know, but I think it doesn't, I feel bad, I mean,
no,
but. They know better than I do.
it's could be a lot of cost to the town because we're gonna be part of an association.
Unless we can get out of it. Steven's more optimistic than Dave is. He
Okay.
thinks that we could do this. But if we can't,
I know.
I've seen a lot of them, but. Doesn't mean that. I've seen all of them either, so,
Able to get out of an association?
I've seen a lot of the,
FEMA buyouts.
yeah,
Yeah, but did you read all the concerns?
I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's an association, like all the reasons why it might.
So we would then be in an association, town would be.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
so I think it's partially based on Dave's past experiences working with the 10 Bends community itself. But we've also seen in my time with town. Large grant application projects that fizzled out because 10 Bends did not buy into it. And it only takes one property owner to say.
Correct.
And we lost all of that funding in the big restoration project, but they were looking at doing it.
Okay.
Can we put it back on the landowner?
No, because they're selling out. They're selling out to FEMA.
Hmm.
Or whatever you call it. So,
Yeah, but
is that the
they
right
can,
word?
they can only sell out if we agree to it.
Correct.
Oh, right, true.
So that's what I'm like.
Then I have to go
Oh.
private sale.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
And I'm not sure if there's other options where the state would become the landowner, if they're willing to still go through with the buyout process.
True,
And this
true.
may be offered to the town first. You know, maybe there's some other nonprofit organization that would want to be a part of it.
Very true.
We're simply focused on, does the town want to own the land and go through the process?
I don't think we do it this.
I was reading their
needs for
Yeah.
recommendations.
I was reading all this,
Yeah,
like the details from the attorney, and it just doesn't
I
sound
sound
like it would be,
feasible at this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
because of all the restrictions and things.
I think we need to make sure that we're responding to the landowner with responses.
Absolutely. And we would need a motion to opt out. So we could have a motion to opt in.
Oh, okay. So should we make that motion
If
this evening?
that's how the board feels.
Are we feeling like we'd opt out at this time? So can I have a motion?
Yes.
Please?
I move that we opt out of the buyout of the
19.
19 River Run property.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, abstained. Yeah, great, thank
It
you.
does sound like the homeowner knew that this would likely be the outcome before the process even started, which I was not aware of until last week. Kind of saw the writing on the wall there.
Okay, Village of Hyde Park zoning. So you, Matt and Lance, you guys weren't here, but Alex and I had a meeting with Scott Johnstone that's taking over for doing the electric department in the village. And they are in need of some zoning help because they have some, because their town manager was not retired.
Yeah.
So they now don't have a zoning person. So they asked for our assistance and I might have offered our assistance. And then we had a meeting and Stephen is willing to help in this. But this is what,
Interim.
correct. So, because they had permits sitting there waiting.
Yep.
They had like 5, I think, right? 4 or 5. That they needed to get approved, and we certainly don't want to slow up anything for those people, so.
Is the village going to reimburse?
So,
That's the conversation.
Correct.
We've kind of kicked around a few different models. One is we just retain the permit fees. Or 2, we set some hourly, number per week that they would reimburse us for. Stephen's already said he can move from 23 hours down to 16 or 18 with his current workload and doesn't anticipate that this would affect it at all. He could still capture that work in the time that he's here in the office. So there is no additional cost to us aside from the man hours. So the retaining the permit fees seems like an okay option, but if the permits don't come in, obviously he doesn't have to work on them, but there's
Right.
no revenue. From our perspective, so 2 to 3 hours a week is another option. At its current hourly rate.
I kind of like the permit fee because if he's not getting a permit, he's
not working.
not working really, so it would be
Yeah,
the
but the
same.
permit fees are minimal.
Yeah, but this is my opinion, I don't want to charge the village. I want to do this to help them out right now.
Okay.
And Stephen's willing to do it. It's not gonna, if we did agree that if all of a sudden there's like 15 permits because there's something going on and it starts to be an abundance and Stephen is putting in more hours, then we did say we would have another discussion. And I do want to get that in writing, obviously, with them. But I just feel this is the town's way to help the village out in a pretty crappy situation right now.
Yeah, and if he's not, if we're saying 2 to 3 hours and he doesn't have that, there's no reason to charge him for that.
I mean, once he gets these permits that are in his hand done, like, is there really gonna be any? These have been sitting down, things that weren't getting done, so. So that's I'm one person on this board, but that is kind of what I was hoping that we would do.
No, I
So,
agree.
Our conversations with Scott have been fantastic.
Amazing, simply
The
amazing.
village is in good hands, he's open to whatever the board decides.
Yep.
And like Chastity said, we could reevaluate this.
Mhm.
If 2 months from now, we have 10 permits.
Correct,
It's occupying 50% of his workload and
right.
taking away from the town. I think they're lookable to that.
Yep. And Steve was very understanding and willing to help too, like he met with us, with Scott, with us and
Fair enough.
stuff. That's a good preview of that piece. Okay. So retaining part, should we make, oh, probably should, huh?
And the village has appointed Stephen to work in this capacity at their last meeting.
Oh, they did.
So there is no statutory requirement for you guys to appoint him to work
Oh, okay,
for someone else.
okay.
We're just focused solely on compensation.
Then, yeah, then let's make a motion that, we agree to have Stephen help, and we'll retain permit fees, I guess.
I'll make that motion.
Awesome. Do I have a second?
Okay.
Great. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstain. Great. Thank you guys for that. Oh, hi, back to my notes.
Do you have no self-control?
Okay, so union negotiations, Lance, just so you know, the highway department's in the union and we do negotiations each year. It's usually 1 or 2 people from the board. Is it just you from the highway? Mostly, so Ryan from the highway, a town administrator, and then the union rep. And we usually do the negotiations outside of the meetings, and then the 2 representatives bring stuff back to us, to the full board. I cannot be one of those people because of conflict of interest, obviously. So we need to appoint a representative or 2 to work on those negotiations, because they have reached out and are ready to start. Okay, Savannah? Do we want to? Nicole, do you want to do it again or no? She's like, no. Lance, are you interested in being involved?
Yeah, I'll take part.
You notice how Chaz just went around me? She knows that she doesn't want me involved.
Well, I know. You don't have time. You're too busy.
What's that?
Nothing.
So there are potential first meeting dates,
Oh, okay.
either
Cool.
this Friday or next Tuesday.
Well, let me look,
You want
not
to
in
check
here
that out?
then,
Well, geez.
Busy month.
calendar. Friday looks great, no, Tuesday looks great, that's surprising.
12th from the 16th, I'm both good on.
Wow.
12th it is, let's get this done.
Works for me.
But you're both open to Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
Get her scheduled with me on Friday. Ever.
After
During the day or?
I'll do whatever you
Preferably.
need me to.
Lance is like preferably.
5% increase?
We're thinking,
45%.
You think she'll do whatever I need to do.
That's true.
we're thinking mid-morning works best.
Maybe I heard on this meeting.
Unless there's a
Oh,
snowstorm.
no, you don't.
No, that's what I said this morning.
Oh, okay, because you'll be done.
Time wise,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Should I'll sleep out mid-morning.
Okay. Okay, great.
We're gonna have a snowstorm, I'm over that already.
Okay, well, thank you guys.
Don't worry, I'll wake you up and I'll be ready to go.
Honk on your way by. Okay, cool. So, end of year goals. So I had another, meeting with my town meeting. I had a meeting with my town meeting committee. And Diane Riley and Rose Barra joined us. And it was amazing. She's totally going to do a presentation, on school. And she's willing to talk about the budget, and offer questions. So she's gonna do a little presentation. What I have come up with, but obviously need your guys' approval. Okay, so we are going to start at 9. We're gonna have the doors open at 8 AM. Kim, I'm glad you're here. I need your thoughts on this part. Because of voter check-in.
It's here. It's not there.
No, but,
The polls are here.
yeah, I know, but don't we have to check in people that walk in?
Check in over there, yes.
That's what I mean.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. Yes.
Well, you have to be a voter to Should be checked in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
misunderstood.
Okay.
Actually talking about holes.
Oh, no. So over there, the tables for check-in, I think have you been in the elementary? Since the renovation?
Not in a long time. Yes, since renovation, but not in a long time.
Okay, so we're gonna have the entrance be the main entrance of the school.
Good choice.
Because Diane wants people to walk through the school and handicapped accessible, and she thinks will be way better. So the doors by the gym will be closed, so because I said there can only be one entrance because we need to check everybody in. So I didn't want more than one entrance. So I'm thinking tables set up in that lobby outside the gym by the bathrooms. Right?
Yeah.
Aren't the bathrooms right there?
I'd set the tables up right in the front entrance.
But then I guess I don't know where the front entrance is. I was going to the
Front
gym.
entrance was like where you put like.
It's right where you.
Or in the front of the.
Maybe we can go in
Front library.
and you can see what you prefer.
Oh, I've been over there.
Oh, okay.
Right
Yeah.
here, it's over here.
Yeah,
For the
you pull the
tickets
clicker,
at that
yeah.
main entrance.
Yeah,
Like Diane says, these people have to walk. The
correct.
main entrance, down and around, and then down the hall. to the
Correct.
gym.
Mm-hmm.
She wants that.
So
So,
people,
yeah.
they'll have the kids probably decorate the hallways with stuff.
Correct. That's her
Yeah.
plan. So you want at the main entrance, not in front of the gym?
If you're keeping the doors to the gym closed.
We are. They're gonna be locked.
That's what you're gonna want.
Then we'll put them at the entrance in the, in that entrance. where
The lobby.
Rose-
Yeah.
Not where Rose, where Karen either used to sit.
You
or
want 'em
doesn't
out there?
job anymore.
Okay.
But right there, that front desk when you walk in.
Okay.
We can put the tables right there so that
Okay.
they can then wander.
Okay.
that
Oh, I
direction.
didn't think.
Cause what's gonna
okay.
happen is you put it down by the bathrooms and it congests the shit out of that area.
It'll
Okay.
congest.
Yeah, so right in the lobby.
Okay. Cool.
Also gonna,
Okay.
it's also your fire exit, it's also all about safety stuff
Oh,
there.
true. True.
Yeah.
They put the tables in the main entry.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough room there so
Mhm.
that if it is congested, people can back up and be inside.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Good call.
Okay.
That's pretty big.
You're just gonna wanna make sure, because when you go in that lobby, there's two ways they can go.
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
shut the.
Well, they might shut one. Maybe that's a good point, though.
They'll shut the
Right,
library.
yeah, they'll shut.
Yeah.
Oh, the library went off.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
So you're just gonna wanna make sure that they either shut one off or that you have somebody on each side that can, so if she does want people to go down both ways, that
Can catch
they,
everybody.
somebody catches people going both ways.
I,
That would be too much for the people.
so either way, I think they should shut off the hallway to the library.
Okay.
If they want that open, we have enough stanchions that we can stop people from
Okay.
going that way before they hit the table.
My only
Okay.
thing with that is that the library way around is where most of the classrooms are. The other way, there really isn't
It's a
any.
short hallway, yeah.
There's really no classrooms that way. It's all just like hallway with nothing there.
Yeah.
So that may be,
There's a lot of
We're-
classrooms there.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's the old, like, that's the old lobby. So you go down, you go to the right, it's just like the connecting hallway.
Yeah, and then there's
And then-
like 5
yeah.
rooms.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you go the way of the library, it's the new addition and then down the whole hallway. So there's more classrooms that way is what I'm saying.
okay.
So,
Well,
well,
depending on which way Diane wants people to go, you would probably want one way cut off.
Yeah.
well, so I'm actually meeting, so setup for town meeting is gonna be Monday from 9 to 11. Well, 9 to whenever. But- And that Rose will be there and the janitor's gonna be there, so we're gonna set up the gym the way we want it, so if anybody wants to come and help me, but I think the committee will
Wait,
be
what
enough.
days are these?
The Monday before town meeting,
March.
first,
Okay.
no, March 2nd,
Second.
March 2nd, Monday 9 to 11, I wrote that right on there.
No.
That means no basketball Monday night.
No, Rose already took it off the schedule,
Is there for March?
but it's school
Yeah.
vacation anyway,
Hey,
but.
Oh,
So, but so you can decide if that's exactly what you want,
Or
but
there to go like look at it with Diana?
no,
Oh, okay.
I already know.
Oh,
Like I already have it, and Rose already told me how she's setting up the gym, so I trust her. She's like, I think you should do it this, I said, okay.
yeah.
Cause of acoustics and bent in the bleachers and all the things, so she's got it all planned out. So doors are gonna open at 8. Is that okay? That was a,
I have to get people
That's what I was a question for you, okay. And then 9 o'clock is when it will start. I've had a lot of feedback, so get ready, guys. They want us to each introduce ourselves and give a little description of who we are. And why we serve on the board, but I don't know if we need to do all that, but so.
That's simple because somebody named Savannah voted me in.
Exactly. And Lance just stood up at town meeting last year and decided to join. And then at 9:15, Diane's gonna do her presentation.
Remember who did this?
On the school and the budget and all the things.
Trying to get this shit done.
Yep. And then
The budget.
I'm hoping she's done by 10 o'clock. I told her I'd give her 45 minutes at the most. I guess it depends on community
Second.
questions, because the reason we're doing this is because everybody wanted school information at town meeting. So
Fire department.
we will see what that brings for community people.
Yes, we did. We have to vote.
It
on
maybe
it.
is, Diane can talk about it, and she told me she's very comfortable talking about it.
Forgive me, that was so quiet.
I already have an email out. They're all being used.
Perfect.
Yep, all the Hyde Park school board members are being asked to attend. And then at 10 o'clock, we're gonna, we'll move into our part of the meeting.
Okay.
And Kim, for a moderator reasonings, I don't need to have my moderator until 10, right? Because I can run the meeting, because Diane's is discussion only, community involvement. I don't need the moderator till the town meeting officially begins, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So just because I started working on the.
Yep.
Wording today.
Okay,
So when you say town meeting starts at 9, it's not really starting at 9.
that's
It's
true.
starting at 10.
So,
9 AM. is
Informational.
yeah,
Informational.
school, yep,
Presentation.
there we go. Actually, we should say informational Hyde Park Elementary School presentation. Because we don't want them to think it's Lamoille or Green Mountain Tech. Cause I guess it might be some Lamoille, but she's really focusing on the elementary school, because that's what, yeah, and that was what that was the consensus of what people wanted.
Okay. So I will label that and call that out as an informational Hyde Park Elementary School presentation.
Yes, perfect. That's actually what
10,
yeah,
town meeting at 10.
yeah.
Okay.
Now, what if that goes longer because people are asking lots of questions? Or do I have to make her done at
I
10?
think you need to tell it should be done at 10.
Okay, then that will be my plan. Okay.
She's pretty punctual on her time.
And she just needs to know, she told me that, just tell me what you need from me, and she's actually gonna do a presentation for us prior to make sure that the information is like what she thinks is good, and I'll let you guys know if you guys want to attend that. So, okay, Kim, so cool, so that sounds good to you for that. And I am reaching out, yeah, see, contact school board. I am reaching out to the nonprofits and other agencies that we give money, that our town gives money to give them the option to set up a table if they want, like with informational things or anything. Again, another suggestion from this whole thing. And so Diane's talking with sixth graders and potentially the houses, because it's school break. So she's not sure what she'll get for help, but she might make it some sort of competition with the houses. But she's gonna talk to sixth grade class as well, and there's another group she was gonna ask. Anyway, they're gonna be in charge of that, like muffins and coffee and juice and waters and stuff like that, for people. So that is town meeting.
Where tables be set up?
In the gym.
The same place as the meeting?
Or, so Rose is kind of laying that out for me with some ideas, because now that you want the tables or thinking you want the tables up front, we might put some in the lobby.
So.
Down by the gym, but.
Okay, so let me find out about. Having them in the gym.
they tightened up some
Oh, Jesus.
election
Oh,
rules
Jesus, okay.
and
Okay.
so
Ruined my
having them
ideas.
there could be considered, and for lack of a better terminology, because nobody's running, but it could be considered campaigning. Like if you have all these agencies who are in the budget.
Ugh,
So let me just double check to make sure that that's not an issue.
okay,
What we,
that will be really
what we
bummer.
asked them to do in the past is, and they kind of stopped once COVID hit.
Sure, yeah,
But before, we would let people know, hey, our town meeting starts at, this time and. When we get to the budget, if you'd like to stand up and address,
yes, that's what, yep,
that way, they can say, hey, I'm here from Meal on Wheels and, da, 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 whatever. That's okay.
that is okay, cause they
That's
want that
considered-
as well.
That's considered like a report
Got it.
of the agency versus here's a table and, we want your money. Vote for that, you know what I mean? It's more like a report of the agency during the budget presentation. It's
Okay.
not, give us more or whatever.
Okay,
But like I said, it might not be an issue with
Okay.
the tables, but I just was running that through my head. I wanna make sure that it's not
Sure.
an issue.
okay,
Are these separate articles or are they inside of our budget?
in the budget.
Inside the budget.
I think we might be okay.
That's what I'm
Like I said,
hoping.
There were
Yeah.
those changes. so
I mean, if they were separate articles, I would think it'd be, okay. And again, no one might even be interested, so. Okay, so that was the other thought. People do stand up, yes, which I do like, okay.
You got that, or you want me to reach out to them? And take that
Oh,
over
yeah,
there?
why don't you?
Got it.
And tell them to be there at 9
Yep.
or 8:30.
We have to
approve
all these minutes for Justin too.
Oh, yeah, I skipped right over those. Okay, let's do that.
So. Do we know, I'm just checking all the yellow highlights. I'm doing that over here. Do we know what time we came out of executive session at the meeting? I don't remember. November. I don't remember.
You probably wrote that
I'm
down.
sure I have notes on it.
I remember
Is
he
it-
did because we used.
Yeah.
It's not timestamp.
No, we were. Oh, right, when we turned it back on.
It's just yellow and I'm just trying to fill in the yellow spots before we do any of these things. That's a question I don't know.
I swore you wrote it down because you literally said the motion
Yeah.
again, and then you wrote,
I think it's probably also recorded by the Zoom cloud.
Yeah,
When those
so-
recordings started and stopped.
okay.
How do
Okay, well, we need to
Regardless,
do
we can-
these.
We can, okay, and then I don't know what this is. What is, like, so it says attendees, and then what is this? Insert who?
Yeah, I think somebody else was here and it was Ally's, wasn't it Ally's?
Oh, it was Kevin,
Oh, yep, that's Kevin.
Kevin Judkins.
Yeah. And we need to do these separate because
Mm-hmm,
some of you guys were.
okay, and then I've already made. So Matt called the meeting to order on, or no, you called the meeting to order. Chess at 7. For North Hyde Park Eden. I'm just making the changes on.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and then down here, Savannah, you made the motion to approve the budget, Matt seconded it. And I just know because didn't feel good that night and I didn't make any motion, so I know I wouldn't involve the these.
Jeez, we have a lot of minutes.
And then Matt made the motion and Savannah approved, or Savannah seconded, leaving.
Perfect.
So, there we
Justin
go.
will get all that. Okay. So we need to
Didn't want to
do,
forget Justin's minutes.
yeah, so let's do.
The 28th first, which Matt and I need to stay out of.
No, September 9th. We were all here for that one.
I don't have that one in mind.
It's
just the left.
That's not
Oh, sorry.
October 28th.
October 28th.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so Savannah, do you want
I
to?
make the motion to approve October 28th meeting minutes.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Awesome. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstaining. Matthew, Justin needs to hear you.
I'm abstaining.
Okay, perfect. December 3rd.
Oh, hey, this is you.
This
and
is
me,
the
so-
fire department. Yep.
Just the 25th.
Oh, yeah, November 25th. We need to do that one too.
Sorry. Matter? I don't know.
No, I don't have that one. They're just out of order. Slacker. Yeah, November 25th.
All right, I make the motion to approve November 25th with the change of the attending present and the Alex is gonna get the adjourn time.
Perfect.
Second that.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained.
Abstain.
I abstain.
Thank you.
All right, I will make the motion to approve the December 3rd minutes with the changes that Nicole made earlier. With the inserts.
Perfect. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Awesome. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained.
Abstain.
Awesome.
Great.
We are
We tried
done.
to, well, remember we tried to approve the ones last time, but we didn't have.
Yes, I know. So I think, so Tommy, the other thing I wanted to bring up is to the public that's out there. Nicole has let us know that she is not rerunning for her seat, so we do have a vacancy for this lovely board. If anyone would like to join, put that on record. Okay, and
That was quick.
so we do have an couple executive sessions, right?
I think just the one.
What is up too?
How does that work when someone doesn't rerun to like that town meeting? Will she be up with us?
She'll be up with us until the end, yeah. She doesn't get out of that. Okay.
Thank you for this, Kim.
Well, yeah. Yes, thank you, Kim. We don't have all three of these?
That's the last meeting.
Alex, what are you
Yeah, so-
doing? I don't
Your executive
know.
summaries are the same.
Oh, this one.
No, it's in the meeting notes.
You're way too far. Wait.
I can't do this binder.
Yes,
It's too complicated for me.
There you go. Last time, this time.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Jeez, I'm gonna give a
Yeah.
section on this.
Could you?
Can we lose these?
I know. Well, you're gonna be two next year. so-
No, take.
Okay, we need a motion to whatever we do.
We
Acknowledge the,
need to go into executive session for personnel reasons. 1 VSA 213.
I'll
Okay.
second that.
okay,
Yeah, make a motion to go into executive session
to include.
to include Alex and Ryan. I forgot this. Okay, I'm something.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstained. Okay. We're out of executive session at 8:12.
Motion to go exactly.
No, we just need the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I make the motion to allow Alex to handle the personnel matter.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstained.
Okay, so now at 8:13, I make the motion to adjourn.
Perfect. Second,
Hey.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, abstained.
Here, you can have my.
Recording stopped.
Or